thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. Psalm 1071. Introduction. As we approach Thanksgiving, we're reminded of all the blessings God has poured into our lives: health, family, shelter, and most importantly, His grace. Yet we know that many people in our community face this season with less food, less warmth, and sometimes less hope. This is where we have a chance to step in and bring God's love and abundance to those who need it most. Point 1. Thanksgiving. As an act of worship, Thanksgiving isn't just a holiday. It's an act of worship. When we look beyond our own blessings and reach out to others, we're thanking God by extending His kindness. When we help others, it's as if we're caring for Christ Himself. Jesus tells us in Matthew 25:40, "Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." This year, let's make our Thanksgiving celebration more than just words. Let's make it an offering. When we donate money or time to help those in need, we're not only blessing them, but we're also inviting God's joy and favor into our lives. As we do, we reflect His love in the world, and that's the greatest worship we can give. Point 2, why we're called to give now. This year, we're starting our Thanksgiving efforts early because the needs around us are urgent. We've been blessed with an opportunity to make an impact right now. God may be calling some of us to give financially, others to volunteer, and still others to donate items that can bring warmth and comfort to families. Early action allows us to gather and distribute resources efficiently, reaching families before they're left without options. Every dollar, every hour, every prayer is a blessing that helps meet someone's need in this season. Point 3, we are the hands and feet of Christ. In 1 Corinthians 12:27, Paul says, "Now you are the body of Christ, and each one of you is a part of it." Each of us has a role, a gift, and an opportunity to serve. When we give, whether financially or through acts of service, we become Christ's hands and feet, carrying His love into every home we touch this Thanksgiving. Together we can create a ripple effect of love and hope. Imagine a family, one that's maybe been struggling all year, feeling that someone cares, that they're not forgotten. When they feel God's love through us, they're reminded that He hasn't left them. Closing challenge as we prepare to give thanks this season. I challenge each of us to give back. If you can give financially, I ask you to give generously. If you can volunteer, we need your time and your hands. And if you can pray that God would multiply our efforts and use us as His vessels, expanding God's kingdom right where we are. We don't need to look far to find someone in need. Jesus calls us to start right here, in our own communities, workplaces, and neighborhoods. When we step out to help the people closest to us, we bring Jesus' love into the places we pass by every day. It's easy to think that someone else will step in, but God has placed us here for a purpose. He's given each of us the ability to show compassion and generosity to those we meet daily. By reaching out right where we are, we can be a blessing to people we know personally, showing them the love of Christ in a way that feels close and real, encouraging others to extend Christ's hand. When we lead by example, we inspire others to join in the mission. Each act of kindness can spark a chain reaction that brings light and hope to even more lives. Imagine what would happen if each of us encouraged just one other person to join us. If we invited a friend, a co-worker, or a family member to help us serve, the reach of Christ's love would grow exponentially. Let's be bold in inviting others to partner with us, reminding them that every effort, no matter how small, extends the hand of Jesus to someone who needs it. Together, we become a community united in love and service, fulfilling our calling to be Christ's ambassadors in the world, the impact of giving together. This Thanksgiving, our partnership with the United Way and the Christ Commanded Church has opened the door to bless our community in a big way. Thanks to the Raiders football team's generous donation of 10,000 Thanksgiving dinners, we're equipped to reach thousands of families. But to make this vision a reality, we need your help, your time, your heart, and your hands. Together we can turn this opportunity into real, tangible support for those who need it most, being a true Christ-commanded person. Being a true Christ-commanded person means showing up for our local church and community, Organizations like ours are working every day to reach the most vulnerable among us. By supporting these efforts, we put Christ's love into action right where we live. This Thanksgiving, let's be a light to those around us, stepping up to serve as Jesus would. Let's make this Thanksgiving a time of overflowing love and generosity, reaching out to others as Jesus has reached out to us. Donate our www.christcommanded.com or scan the QR code to go directly to the donate page.